Salutation, children of the Most High God. Hello, good afternoon. As we know that this is the month of October, and October is the month that is set aside for cancer awareness. So if I can briefly talk to you, I have 5 points that I would like for you to do. Now, the first point that I would like for you to do is I want you to, and not only do I want to talk to the cancer survivors as well as those who have cancer in their families. Some may have friends that has cancer, and we all know that this thing is a monster. But we also know that God is bigger than cancer. So what I want you to do is get up out of your beds, get up off your couch and live. Listen to the 5 things that I would like for you to do. And as you do these things, we will be praying with you. Now, the first thing that I want you to do is, as you see, I brought my notes. I brought some notes so that we can be in tune together. Now, the first thing, remember I said I had 5. Now, the first thing that I would like for you to do is, with this cancer, is have a risk faith. R-I-S-K, faith. The Bible tells us that in Mark 5:25 that there was a woman, and I know everybody knows this story. There was a woman who had an issue of blood, which lasted 12 long years. Now, this disease, can you imagine, women, y'all know what it's like to have a cycle, because that's what she was dealing with. But this disease also had her trapped. What are you talking about? I'm glad you asked. Now, the reason why back then, the reason why this disease had her trapped was because the Leviticus law said that if she go outside of where she was, she could cause someone else to get sick. So that means that she couldn't fellowship. She couldn't have a husband. So can you imagine what was going through her mind? There it was that she spent all of her money. So now it was like, now what? Now what? But just so happened, there was some men, I'm going to paraphrase this thing. There was some men that was passing by her camp. And all they did was talked about Jesus. So then she had something that was called R-I-S-K faith, or risk faith. Because either she could lay down and die, or she could get up and take her chances. Well, what did this woman do? What am I trying to say in the first place? What am I saying to you is get up, because God is about to do something in the midst of your situation. Okay. So now that she done had this risk faith, she done got up and started moving. Let me tell you that number 2. Let me tell you the next thing that you need to do. I want you to have an interrupting faith. What is that? I'm glad you asked. The Bible says that Jesus was going to heal Jairus' daughter because he fell at Jesus' feet. And what he did was he said, Lord, I need you to come to my house because my daughter is at a death door. So just then, when he was talking to Jesus, the woman with the issue of blood, they call her the no-name woman. What she did was slipped up around Jesus. And when she slipped up around Jesus, she touched the hem. A lot of people think hem is this right here, but that wasn't the hem. That wasn't the hem. The hem is right here. So she moved around and touched him. And Jesus then responded about who touched me. She interrupted what Jesus was getting ready to do. Okay, now can I just say to you that we need the kind of prayer life that will turn, especially with the disease that is trying to plague your house. We need the kind of a prayer life that will turn Jesus' face in our direction. Don't you die on that couch. Get up out of that bed and begin to pray like you never prayed before. And watch Jesus turn your situation around if you just have the faith. Because it wasn't her touch that caused Jesus to ask these different questions. It was her faith. Because he said, daughter, your faith has made you whole. So what kind of faith do you have? Okay, I'll move on. Number three, I need you to have I can faith. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. In other words, the enemy will let you know within your mindset if you allow him to, because he came to steal, kill, and destroy. And his job is to make you think you'll never be healed, make you think you'll never get well. But as the enemy played with your mind, and the Bible is telling you that you can do all things, this is what I want you to do. When the enemy says you won't get healed, you look at that thing and then you look at that spirit and you talk back to it. And this is what I want you to say. But the Bible says by his stripes, I'm healed. Okay. I'll move on. Number 4, I want you to have a bold faith. Romans 4:17 talks about how Abraham believed in God who gives him life to the dead and called into being things that was not. In other words, I want you to call things that are not as though they were. The spirit will tell you, I have cancer, that particular spirit. But the spirit of the living God said, I am healed. The enemy, that's what I meant to say, the enemy will tell you, you ain't gonna make it. You have to get up and let the enemy know, yes, I can. Because Jesus just told me that with him I can do all things. What I want you to do is speak to that mountain. Don't just lay in the bed and die. Speak to that mountain. Okay. I'll go on to number 5. And I'm going to bid you farewell. I want you to have a steadfast faith. What am I saying? What I'm saying is, when I say a steadfast faith, children of God, those who are dealing with cancer, have been through the storm, and even those who maybe are not dealing with cancer, but are dealing with other issues in your life, have a steadfast faith. And what I'm saying is, no matter what it looked like, through the natural eye, the Bible says that in Psalms 118 and 17, it says, I shall live and not die. I shall live and not die. Speak to that spirit, that illness. I shall live and not die. I hope and I pray that I have said something to you that have encouraged you, that have made you want to get up and live and know that you will not die. Now, if I would love to know that you will have a praise report. And if you do, feel free to call us here at Union Hill Missionary Baptist Church, 731-254-8000. And just tell somebody, I went to the doctor today, but he found nothing. I feel better today. Or I'm going to live and not die. I thank you so very much for your listening ears. My name is Sharon Elaine Gibbs, one of the associate ministers here at Union Hill Missionary Baptist Church, where none other than Pastor Jerry Crisp is the pastor. Thank you so much.